Tuesday marked the one-year anniversary of the Million People's March in Hong Kong. Despite the restrictions on assembly, hundreds of people took to the streets protesting against China's attempts to take away the city's autonomy. 53 people were in fact arrested and charged with unlawful assembly by the Hong Kong police. The protests were largely peaceful, with demonstrators blocking roads and chanting slogans. They also brought along banners that read, "We can't breathe" and "Young Lives Matter," a clear endorsement of the anti-racism protests in the United States of America. It was on June 9th last year that hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets against a controversial extradition bill. The protests were dubbed as the 2019 Million March. The contentious bill would have provided legal basis to extradite Hong Kong residents to mainland China to stand trial for their alleged crimes. Chief Executive Carrie Lam was in fact forced to withdraw the bill after tensions escalated in Hong Kong. The protests continued till the end of 2019 when the first case of COVID-19 were reported in the city. The social distancing measures brought an abrupt end to the pro-democracy protests. Even now, there is a rule that not more than 8 people can assemble at a public place. It is worth noting that the city is largely free of COVID-19. Many pro-democracy voices feel this restriction is aimed at preventing mass protests like the ones we saw in 2019. Tuesday may very well have seen a sign of things to come. The police used pepper spray to disperse the peaceful protesters. Security forces in full riot gear were patrolling the streets and driving away the demonstrators. On their part, pro-democracy activists have promised that there will be more protests in the days to come.
It's my duty to be here because, as we all know, this year is a really tough year. Hong Kongers have faced a lot, and I feel like after we have rest for a long time, it's time to join the game again, just to start the game again and to resist. As you know, the national law is here again, so we must try our best to voice out to let the government know that we don't want this law.
If the new security laws are enacted in Hong Kong, such protests could very well become the thing of the past. There is still no clarity on how the laws will be implemented, but Beijing is expected to establish intelligence officers in Hong Kong to keep track of the detractors. Hong Kong's pro-Beijing leader Carrie Lam has already sounded a warning to the protesters. She referred to the protests as chaos and said Hong Kong cannot have a repeat of 2019.
Starting a dialogue doesn't mean that we will condone violence. 咁喺呢25,000幾個經處理，由聽日開始會獲得通知。